Hey there, and welcome back to Channel 64. So today we're going to start one of our first major projects, and that is putting together our storage room. As you remember in the last episode, we started working on digging this area out, and I'm pleased to say with the help of the sponges and the beacons that we got last episode, it is now done. There's a lot of stuff down below here. So as you can see, there's our skelly spawner that we found. There's another skelly spawner, I think, down under that block right there. And all the way over there is a cave spider spawner. So we'll have to incorporate those in maybe some farms that will run as we're in the area. I'm thinking with the skeleton farm, it's pretty much going to be for bone meal, I would assume. Maybe arrows. I'm not going to really need arrows though, but we can have this run where they just constantly die to fall damage. Maybe we can even set up a quick little XP farm if we just need to recover a small bit of XP on our tools. Although we do have a brand new XP farm that we built last episode, so I don't know if it's needed. All of our build materials are down there in those shulker boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and get this put together, and we'll come back and check it out. Well, okay, we finished with the storage room, and so now this is the entrance to the storage room. It's a big hole in the ground, but it is a safe hole to jump into because we have a nice little powder den here made with trapdoors and carpet over powdered snow. So we won't take any fall damage, which is awfully nice. So this is it. This is based off of kind of the aesthetic of my Nerdcraft Season 2 storage room, which was steampunk based. I didn't really have any particular reason to decorate this other than, it's just going to be here a lot, so might as well do that. I did have to change it up a bit. Originally, I was planning on doing deep slate tile everywhere. However, as you can see, and as we pointed out before, there are 3 slime chunks that are intersecting this storage room, and because of that I had to create this in a way that everything was spawn proof. So all of these blocks are transparent and non-spawnable, or they're like stairs and stuff like that, so there's not enough space for a slime to spawn, at least in these chunks. Plus we have the added benefit now that we can see what's going on down in the basement, or vice versa if we're down in the basement while we're in the storage room. So this is a design by Mazuma Games that I've, refined over and over and over and over and over again as I've built this each season. I think this is like the 4th iteration of this storage room now. And it's a multi-item sorting system with a lot of added features to it. So the main thing about this that I really like is the ability to just basically dump everything into this input area. This water stream down here is where all the items go in. They will either flow into the sorting system if they're individual items, or if it's a shulker box. If it's partially full, that shulker box will be unloaded, and then if it's a completely full shulker box, which is something that I intend to store in my fully loaded shulker box area, typically will have all the same materials like a stone or cobblestone, deep slate, whatever the case may be. And then I know that I'm going to fill that up completely so that it ends up in that slice over there. What it also does, it has some protections for the multi-item sorting system. So alright, so inside here, starting things off, the items end up going through this bubble elevator once they're unloaded, and they will end up going through a non-stackable item filter. So this is going to filter out anything that doesn't stack, because we don't want that inside of the multi-item sorting system. It will actually ruin these over here because it will mess with the power levels. So anything non-stackable, like a boat, sword, whatever the case may be, that gets bypassed this whole multi-item sorting system and ends up at the end there. That ends up going into our bulk storage and our overflow miscellaneous stuff, which is where anything non-stackable would end up going. If it is stackable, it ends up down in these chests right here. Those chests will then feed into this minecart with hopper, and essentially this will fill up with up to a stack of items right here. That then triggers this minecart to go. What it does is it goes down this path right here, which resets these latches. So it's going to pop our filter item up here, which basically locks all of these hoppers. So all of these hoppers are going to be locked. And then you're going to have the minecart come back over the top. And then what's going to happen is essentially you're going to get an extra item that gets pulled out of here or dropped in here, which causes this to trigger this to actually push the block down, which then unlocks this hopper, for example. So we can kind of see that in action. What we'll do is we'll throw some redstone repeaters in here and we'll watch that redstone slice go and kind of go through the whole process. So the way we sort stuff, once again, throw it into the hole. We're going to go into free cam here. We can see that it's hitting the system to spit it through the bubble column. So it's going to load back up into the top there. That then takes us back inside of here again. Which the cart's already gone. There it goes. So it's going down. And we'll see if we can kind of witness this happening. So you can see it's already taken the item out of there. So it knew that we're going to trigger it. Now it's unloading this. And as you can see, hopefully I didn't mess it up. As you can see, since this was the only hopper that was unlocked, it then basically filtered into this spot. Hopefully I didn't bump that. And then once it gets back over here and has unloaded that first slot, it then actually unloads everything and then it resets up that filter so that all these swords are at the end there. So we'll see as it's coming through. So it's unloading those repeaters. And then you'll see the swords drop out, except for maybe I think one of them, one or two. And then those end up getting refiltered. And so everything's back to normal again. Pretty cool. And then we have all of our stuff in our slice. So anything that's not set up in a filter over here is most likely going to be in bulk storage or miscellaneous. Maybe something that we do need to set up an item filter for. So you would see our redstone repeaters that we just threw in there. So for example, things that would be in bulk storage, obviously stuff I need bulk of. So that's going to be your logs. So we have all of our different logs over here. So oak, spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak, and then we have some of the other types of things. So these are those full shulker boxes I was talking about. They would end up in here. Empty shulker boxes are going to end up in here. So if it unloads it, it's going to put the empty shulker box right there. Miscellaneous stuff is going to go in miscellaneous, unsortable, unstackable. We get back into logs again. Mangrove, cherry, crimson, and warped. I didn't want to redesign this, so pale oak is over here on our other side. So pale oak. This I'm leaving empty for a possible future log type. Who knows? Bamboo blocks, grass, dirt, diorite, granite, cobblestone, moss, pale moss. Also more empty slices, more empty slices, more empty slices, andesite, tuff, deep slate, cobbled deep slate, gravel, and sand, and 2 stone, because I always have a ton of stone, and even with this, it's still too much. So yeah, that is basically the storage room, and I really like how easy it is to find everything. It really makes projects go a lot faster, so really like it. Also, along with the storage room is lots of crafting tables and ender chests. So I have crafting tables every 3 blocks. Also have stone cutters, especially around here where I'm storing stone. So quite often they're within reach no matter where you're at. Probably need to add some on this side a bit more. This is moss, cobblestone. I do have one over here, so I guess a little bit with the cobblestone and diorite. That makes sense. And then same with this other side over here. We also have a few. I have a few single furnaces down here. So yeah, I made some iron ingots. I don't know why. I think it just had some raw iron that I need to get rid of. And then our stone cutters, of course, because we have our cool stone and warm stone over here and copper, so that makes sense. And then, of course, down here with our concrete and that type of stuff, we have a cauldron because we are running the cauldron concrete. It allows us to convert concrete pretty easy by throwing in a cauldron. Plus, also have dyes, so I can wash out dyes there. I probably need to get a loom. Probably need to put a loom actually right over here with the wool. That might be a good one to put in there as well. Yeah, so there's all that. But anyways, I wanted to go ahead and break up things a bit, and Jess in the Snow asked me to come with them to the Deep Dark. And it's a good thing because I need to actually fill out some more of those filters for the Sculk stuff. So let's go take a look at that. I have everything. This is not going to be regretful. Oops. That's one. That's two. It's lots of pants. Three. Oh, apparently standing up makes sound too. There's a Warden. You're never gonna believe what's in this. More pants. I found silence. All right, I think it's time to check our shop and see how much we've sold. Villager. Hi, Villager. What are you doing in here? Someone brought me an employee. That's awesome. Let's see. Oh, I got a lectern upstairs and a bed. Well, you can work here. We just need to put up some safety protocols for you. One sec. There you go. Have fun. Enjoy your digs. Make me some money. Anyways, let's see if we sold anything. Five more diamonds there. So mending and unbreaking, of course, is always going to be good sellers. We got an efficiency 5. We got a fortune 3. few more over here, a few protection 4, and a couple more up there. Let's see. Aha. Probably gonna want to diversify what we're actually selling. Oh, sweet feather falling 4. Because we're not going to always be selling books. Eventually, folks are going to get enough equipment to where they won't need to make new things. So we'll have to figure that out. Anyways, 32 diamonds. Not bad, not bad. All right, you live here now. You were a prank, but now you're an employee. So who wins after all of that? I think I do. All right, well, Hodgepodge Shopping District is coming along really well. So we have a big terraforming project going on. Stowe's done a really great job terraforming this whole area here. And then I know I want to carry it on into the underground, which we may do a little bit later. But we're currently working on getting some paths set up. So they've marked out some stuff and then, of course, started building some paths using all this granite and mud bricks. And actually in town, it's looking pretty nice as well. We got a little bit more granite over here, and yeah, so some nice paths coming in. Also with that, of course, I've donated some materials to the effort since, of course, we just dug out that storage room. So lots of andesite, lots of stone, tough, granite. Well, tough I actually went and mined up some for that. And then dirt, I did not do that. Stone, of course, I did bring over because I had a ton of that as well. All right, and yeah, so unfortunately I did die, but Stowe came in clutch and actually was able to get me a Swift Sneak 3 book as well. And funny enough, Silence, I didn't even realize this was the more rare of the two armor trims. So we did get that, and I think Stowe got Ward. So pretty crazy that we got 3 Swift Sneak 3 books. I got a couple ones. I'll just keep those for safekeeping for now. And then, yeah, we got lots of pants. I don't know why I need all these pants. And a couple efficiency hose, which are kind of nice. And maybe we'll use that if we have to do a lot of leaf gathering later on. I did get some Sculk sensors and some Sculk shriekers, also some deep slate diamond ore on the way out. And yeah, so not too bad, not too bad. Did lose the catalyst, so I'll probably have to go back and get that for our filters and everything. And also it's nice to have that on hand as well. Well, anyways, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, safe travels. Be sure to like and subscribe. Please do it.